Hello? Wait, where's my... Oh my god! Scared. Whoa, okay. Chill, V2 Studio. Chill. Relax. Why are you giving me so many problems today, man? Hello? Can you hear me? Sorry. This might be a bit uncomfortable for today. Just a heads up because I kinda lost my voice. Yesterday I almost fell asleep. I know, OTR, I know. I really... Bro, I need you to fucking lock the fuck in, man. I need you to lock the fuck in. If... Yeah, it got kind of worse from yesterday. My throat really hurts right now. I'm gonna try my best not to like strain it anymore, but like I can feel it. I can feel it. But if I'm here, if I got myself out of bed today to study and do whatever, even though I'm feeling like shit, I expect the same from you, bro. Well, just listen. No, cause I still feel like, what is it? Like, this almost feels like a little like study group, you know? Like we're together in a room together, so it's like, what is it? There would be no difference compared to if you guys just decided to watch these videos yourself, you know? So that's why it's reaction slop. That being said, yeah, I think my reactions will be a little bit more lackluster today, and I'm so sorry. I apologize in advance that I could not be the reaction slop that you might have desired, but we ball. We'll be looking again. Oh wait, I forgot to do my little things. Hi OTR, hi Max, hi Gouda, hi Kimchi. I didn't know. Gouda, do you speak? Do you is wait, is that kanji? Kanji? You can always just type instead. Oh, true. Yeah, I could do that. Yeah. That's katakana? No, the thing you guys were typing earlier. Is it taiki? Is that how you read it? What is it? Those characters, is that kanji? Waiting. Taiki. I didn't know that was the kanji for that. That's so cool. That's pretty freaking cool. Yeah. Oh my god. Wait, I'm a fraud. Watch some Holo JP streams? I know, I'm a fake. Wait, I didn't know that. Taiki. That's so cute. Sorry if this is a little racist of me, but then I saw it and I was like, what the fuck? Guda, you can speak Chinese? I thought those were Chinese characters. Well, technically it's not. Kanji is technically Chinese characters, no? Technically. But yeah, I was just like, wow. You're in such a Chinese time of your life, man. That's so fucking awesome. So I'm not racist, right? Okay. But yeah, like wow. My viewers are so smart. They're geniuses. You guys are so smart, man. I would rather be learning languages, high key. Yeah, I'm not feeling too good though. OTR, chug caffeine. Honestly, do what you have to stay awake and like engage yourself. That Chinese would be too much for my small brain. No. Your brain big. Your brain's so big, Guda. Your brain's so big. Especially because you Oshi so many people and you have to keep track of so many people. Your brain is so big. Yeah. Okay, but speaking of that though, shall we get started, gang? When are you getting? Oh, when am I? That's a really good question, Jimchi. I don't know, honestly. I don't think I'm quite. What the fuck? Wait, where'd it go? Hello? Hello, hello, hello. There we go. I don't know quite when I'll be worthy of having Oshi marks just yet. Every VTuber gotta have Oshi marks? Yeah, but that's only if they're like Oshiable, you know? I don't think I'm Oshiable. I'm like, I'm happier to see you guys have other people's Oshi marks so that it's like less pressure, you know? Because I just feel like I'm like one of you guys. I feel like there's like a dissonance when you have to have like, is that just me overthinking it? I feel like there's a dissonance, like a disconnect when you have Oshi marks, because then it makes you feel like they're like someone you like. Well, I don't know. What is our relationship, guys? What is our relationship aside from the fact that this is a little bit parasocial? I, as Dareden mo daisuki, myself consider Oshiabo. The bunny in the book. Wait, but then I, my ideal. Sorry, sorry for the tangent, but sometimes I feel like, what is it? Like when I hop right away into this stuff, it's like it's so like sad, you know. Like I still want to be able to talk to you guys and stuff, but my ideal relationship is like if I'm more obsessed with you guys than you are with me. Does that make sense? Like I prefer if I'm more like I'm like more parasocial towards you than you are to me. Like I should be leeching off of you. I think it's funnier if you guys are like, "What the fuck, Usa? How do you know this about me?" Compared to like if like I find out you know more about me. She wants to be yandere. That's dangerous. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm the farthest thing from a yandere. To be honest, if I'm like thinking about it, I I think I can talk about this. One of my friends actually got really upset at me because I I just like kind of just assumed that they were like every other VTuber ever where they liked like the ara ara one-san type, because that's what I assume, like, or I just boil it down, that kind of personality type too. But then they're actually into yanderes, and I was like, what's the difference? And then they gave me a whole ass lecture on it. What's the TLDR? And then I felt so bad afterwards. Yeah, they're into yanderes. I'm not though. Yanderes kind of scare me, man. I I don't think I would describe it as yandere. Just more like a cockroach, you know, or like a what's something you would keep alive, but it's you tolerate it, you know. It's not something necessarily you would like to have around, but like you would tolerate it. Just like if evil, why hot? True. If evil, why hot? Hmm. Just slightly Menhera. Is that the degrees of yonder then? Are yanderes just Menheras? Is that it? In TLDR on intensity? Ah. なるほどね。なるほど. I mean, that's good to know then. That is good to know. But guys, I promise you, I'm not a yandere. I'm not. Despite my appearance, I'm not goth. I'm not yandere. Um, I'm pretty normal, I think. I'm just very curious about people. I'm just very curious about people, and I have a very hard time trying to express that curiosity and not make it seem weird. Sometimes borderline it it could be mistaken for obsession, and if that's what you want to mistake it as, that's okay with me, to be honest. Yandere is Menhera to extreme. Okay, you can't weird me out. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you how far it went. Uh, there's well, I don't know if he's watching this. Well, I'm kind of spoiling it. there's a friend or like a oomph I haven't talked to in a while, and then what is it? They're like, I don't know how the conversation got onto the topic of like, you don't keep up with me, blah blah blah, and I was like, oh yeah, your last status on Reddit was blah 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 blah, and then they're like, you do keep up with me. What the fuck? You do keep up with me, and I was like, I'm telling you, man, God sees all. God truly sees all. And I'm watching you down to your Reddit posts. People still use Reddit? That's what I was asking them. No secrets? I don't know how much this will say about me, but I actually quite enjoy, or there's a period of time where I quite enjoyed reading like Reddit and like Quora, because for some reason you always give props to that person that posted the same exact question as you 13 years ago on Quora and has an answer for stuff that Google can't give you, you know? So that's why I kind of fell down that rabbit hole. Yeah. But sorry. Okay. uh so where we kind of left off, I actually wanted to try to dive into carboxylic acids because I feel like the enolates and the what is it? Enolates will only be relevant like once you see kind of like uh how certain reactions happen. I feel like it would be easier. Curiosity kills the rabbit, it truly does. In another life I was a cat. I wanted to be a cat girl. I wanted to be a cat girl so bad. Nya 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 nya. Oh, would you look at that? Let me get rid of this. ちょっと待って。Ba ba ba. Da 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 da. Oh, my goat is back. My goat is back. You know something I'll do with Usaniki is like whenever I'm like hungry or something, I'll like stand outside his room and I'll be like meow 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 meow. Meow. And then he'll be like, "You want food? Do you want to go get? Do you want to go buy something?" And I'll be like, mm. My mom started picking up on it too. Like, just me here, we go meow 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 meow. Don't feed me. Yeah. Okay. Oh wait, I clicked on. Oops. Meow meow. Oh, the cat girl. The cat girlification of Yame Usa VTuber. Yay! Okay, let's start with this, guys. Yosh, 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 yosh. Oh wait, maybe I should. 1 second. Sorry, I love stalling. I love stalling. I love stalling. I love stalling. Would you still be named Usa if you're a cat girl? Wouldn't that be even more funny if I was though? Usa. I mean, people mispronounce my names anyways. They call me USA, Yam, Usar. Oh wait, oh it's Subsea. Not there.
Continue talking about carboxylic acids.
Okay.
So the synthesis of
What the
carboxylic
fuck?
acids is
It's
very
a kilometer!
simple. You either need a primary alcohol
What the
or
fuck is a kilometer?
an aldehyde, and you treat it with Jones reagent or potassium permanganate.
Potassium
That
permanganate.
oxidizes the alcohol or the aldehyde all the way up to the carboxylic acid.
Uh-huh.
Ethanol, ethanal, ethanoic acid.
Ethanoic acid.
Ethanol,
Ethanol.
acetaldehyde,
Acetaldehyde.
acid.
Do you know why? It's because there's 2 carbons. Remember, monkeys eat plenty bananas. E is 2. The second one, which is ethanol.
The first thing they talk about is nucleophilic acyl substitution.
Nucleophilic acyl substitution. Ethanol method. Alcohol hours, alcoholic hours.
Where basically, you've got HA.
OTR, are you sitting up? You should sit up right now. You should watch me on your computer.
I have a question.
I don't. I do not have a question, bro. Fuck you, man. God damn. OTR, sit up. Sit up. Go to your kitchen. Go to your kitchen, man. Go to your kitchen. What the hell? Get up.
And the reason I'm drawing this so quick is because you
Sorry
don't
if I sound
really
like
need
an
to write this
asshole,
down.
but maybe I got it, bro. Get up. Wake up. Sit
We're going
up.
to talk about it in the next chapter, which I'm going to combine with this one because I didn't realize they're basically the same thing.
Do you hate me? No. Then you would be sitting up in your kitchen watching me.
And that's basically how you make
Thank you very much.
carboxylic acid derivatives. What do you think the next chapter is? Carboxylic acid derivatives. So we're going to put them together. Chapter 8 and Chapter 9.
Wanna sit up on my bed? No. No.
Cans.
Your bed is a place for resting.
Carboxylic acid derivatives.
It's not a place for working. You have to make distinctions like that. You should go to your desk or flat, uncomfortable surface.
Because basically, the rest of the chapter is explaining to you how we make different carboxylic acid derivatives and how they're derived. We already talked about a little bit of that, right? When we did our conversation about resonance, carboxylic acid derivatives, and conjugate bases, and blah, 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 blah. Right? Yeah? Who here can name me a couple of carboxylic acid derivatives? I'll top their head.
What's that
I'll
chlorine
give you the one that
acid?
everyone forgets, the acid chloride.
Acid chloride. There you go. Acid chloride.
The acid chloride.
Acid chloride.
Anhydride, yeah, the acid anhydride.
Anhydride.
Right? Keep going down the list, because that's actually the electrophilicity list. Acid chloride, then the anhydride, then the thioester. Right? The thioester, then the ester, right? And then the amide, and then the carboxylate, right? So let's go in order. Right? Let's go in order. Let's go in order of reactivity. So now, like, that was basically it for carboxylic acid derivatives.
Acid chloride?
Like
No,
that's
acid.
it.
Acid.
How do you make them and what do they do? Because the rest of the chapter pretty much talks
battery
about carboxylic
acid.
acid derivatives. That leads into the next chapter, I guess.
It's very reactable
It's like
because it
reductions-
produces
also reductions
a stable
of
base, right?
carboxylic acids you can do with lithium aluminum hydride. Oh, one more thing. Sorry. What's so special about this?
What's so special about what?
Who knows what's so special about this?
Aw.
This is a really this. You know what? Since it came up, there's a spoiler. This is my favorite process in all of organic chemistry.
The Claisen?
This can undergo a beta
Damn it.
decarboxylation.
Beta decarboxylation.
Right? A beta decarboxylation. So how does that happen? You take this and you heat it up. And you rotate about this bond right here.
There's a carboxylic
And
acid,
when
a
you rotate about
ketone.
that bond,
Ah.
you make it look like this. And by heating it up, you can get an aromatic transition.
Aromatic transition.
That looks like that.
Whoa.
Oops. See how it's 3 electron pairs moving in a circle? That's an aromatic transition. And let's take a very close look at what changed and what didn't. This didn't change. This didn't change. The oxygen's still there. The 2 electrons are still there, but this guy opened up to grab the H, right? So we grabbed the H. The H folded its electrons down onto this oxygen, which connected to a carbon, which is double bonded to another oxygen. And this guy lost its electrons to that bond over there. So it made an enol and carbon dioxide. It removed our carboxylic acid group by making carbon dioxide.
Double boner. Whoa.
Yeah, we add a little bit of heat. But
You see that?
this is a very, very, very good
My
question.
fat ears covering it.
Why is this reaction so favorable? What's so nice about this reaction? There you go. Gas, right behind you. Gas is very high in entropy. It adds to the entropy of the process. So delta G equals delta H minus T delta S. If we increase the entropy, if we increase the change in entropy, make it more positive, that draws this T delta S term more negative.
I'm not sleeping.
And that
I like
drops
how
the
you
delta
get to
G,
say
making
that.
the
Have a
reaction
good
more
time washing the dishes,
spontaneous.
Guda.
So the production
Pop,
of
pop.
gas is a very spontaneous process.
Productive.
Hey,
You just reminded me of a mountain of dishes I haven't
I
done
guess
yet.
so. Yeah, more moles of products, more entropy, right? Good. Yeah. Exactly. It wouldn't make an enolate because you don't have any basic conditions here. It just make the enol.
I'm still listening from my phone.
So
Ah!
this is a gas. And then that leaves the flask. The flask that you're doing this in, this will just evaporate straight out. And how do you test for carbon dioxide coming out of a flask? You light a matchstick and you hold it over the flame, and if it goes out, that's carbon dioxide. Because carbon dioxide can't feed a fire. How do you test for hydrogen? You light the stick, you hold it over, it explodes. There you got hydrogen gas. And oxygen. And methane. And a lot of other hydrocarbons. All right, one more thing.
Oh wait, I just realized. Sorry,
Let's see if
forgot
I
to
still
turn this-
got it.
Oh, you're Lululemon.
No one
Comment.
take notes. Anyone know what that is?
What though? Is it?
That's citrate.
He talking about bio. You guys see that? Here you go. See?
Isocitrate.
I'll be good about moving it.
Hold on.
Citrate.
It's
Citrate.
alpha alpha ketoglutarate.
Alpha ketoglutarate.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Alpha ketoglutarate turns into, does anyone know in the citric acid cycle? Alpha ketoglutarate turns into succinyl-CoA
No, CoA.
through alpha ketoglutarate dehydrogenase.
Whoa.
That, oops, hold on. Is it that? Am I fucking up? Because that is citrate. That would be
That's kind of hard.
isocitrate. And if we
Ooh,
do that,
scaly.
there we go.
Citric
That's
acid
alpha
cycle mnemonic. I don't really remember it.
Alpha ketoglutarate.
Like,
So,
I think
that's alpha
I
ketoglutarate.
took
But before that,
like
we had,
advanced bio
this.
during
and
COVID
in the step
or
with
advanced
isocitrate, when we're doing
biochem.
isocitrate
and then,
dehydrogenase, what happens here
I-
is that you get
we didn't really get
oxidation
tested.
of this
to,
guy.
I never really felt
And do you
pressure
guys see
to
how this is
like
the same
learn
thing as
the
that?
products.
We have an alpha, beta, keto acid. So in the citric acid cycle, you harness this reaction in order to decarboxylate this, and that's how you make one of your CO2s. That's why this is so important. It comes up in biochemistry. Wow, I had to reach back for that one. But yes, so isocitrate turning into alpha ketoglutarate is a beta decarboxylation, and then alpha ketoglutarate to succinyl-CoA is an alpha decarboxylation, which requires a specific type of enzyme cofactor that we'll talk about when we get to biochem. It's called TPP. All right. So that's just a little bit of a look into why orgo helps you with biochem, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's the beta decarboxylation. Let's talk a little bit about CADs.
Cat.
All right. Once again, let's throw up our, don't throw up. No one throw up.
I would try not to throw up.
Let's put our list of carboxylic acid derivatives on the board.
Okay.
Oops, even I fucked up.
Is that anhydride? Is the third one sulfuric acid? Oh, no, I don't think it is. Something with sulfur.
You will literally never be asked to make an acid chloride, but I believe I told you guys it was through this guy, SOCl2, and I believe a little bit of pyridine. I think you need a bit of pyridine to get that going, because you make pyridinium out of the deprotonation of the blah, blah, whatever, right? So you'll never be asked to do that. But one thing you might be asked to do is explain how an anhydride's made. So let's go over how an anhydride's made.
Oh.
You take this and you put it in a flask
Carboxylic
with a
acid.
very strong acid,
Oh, strong acid.
right? So you acidify this flask and you put a little bit of heat in it, right? That acid protonates what?
The O.
Just like every other ketone-like thing, the carbonyl oxygen gets protonated. And remember, I told you, this is where it starts to get fucky. This is where the chemistry doesn't really make that much sense. Get used to drawing things backwards.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
OH.
H.
I'm going to put this down OH, right? Not put it down as in like degrade it, but you know. O H. There you go. And now you can kind of see, since I moved this over, since I moved it out of the way, you can see how this kind of resembles the anhydride, right? You guys see that?
So this came in here. This one up. So this one is technically. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, wait, okay. He flipped this one. He flipped this one, I believe, to here, like this. And then this one is this thing over here with the double bond. Oh, okay, okay. That makes sense. I think it's confusing because he forgot to draw like a charge. He should have drawn the charge there. If this was gonna make a bond here, this should have been like a plus. Yeah, plus charge.
To make your lives easier,
Oh,
I'm
there
just
you
gonna
go.
say
There you
proton
go.
transfer.
Yeah,
But what you know actually
here
happens,
it is.
the solvent comes, deprotonates this, and protonates that.
Trigonal planar
Right? Or
tetrahedral.
that. It
Yeah,
doesn't matter
yeah,
which one, 'cause they're
yeah. Smart
basically the
cookie.
same thing in space.
Yeah.
H plus transfer. And we get, I'm going to protonate this guy down here,
Sorry.
because that's the way we're drawing
My
it.
head kind of
and
fat.
I want these
Oh,
electrons
God.
to come down the right way.
Ooh.
Boom, boom. Give you a second to take that
Do you
down.
see that? That's so awesome. Why?
That makes this guy right? And then deprotonation by what? The solvent, but we know the solvent's just going to go back and start this whole thing over again. So some people show it getting deprotonated by this, right, to catalyze the reaction. And we get the acid anhydride.
That's so
One
freaking
important
cool.
anhydride that you might want to know the structure of is phthalic anhydride, because it is used sometimes in amino acid synthesis, and for some reason the MCAT talks about it. If you guys do the biology Anki, like the biology Anki deck, there will be a card that's just like, oh, like the Gittleman amino acid synthesis begins with what? And it's like phthalic anhydride or some shit like that. I don't remember. But it comes up like in the Anki one time, right?
Anki! Anki is your best friend. Except I'm afraid of Anki.
Good.
I'm
Yes.
so scared of Anki.
Cool. You guys need this on the board, or are you done? All right. Oh, fuck. God damn it. I hate doing things over again. Huh? I know. Stupid, that's why. I'm just a little idiot. No.
No!
My favorite thing is like I'll tutor like one-on-one with some of my
BRB
students,
energy
right?
drink?
And
Okay.
I'll like be talking to them, and I'll tell them like a life story or some shit like that, and I was like, yeah, that's why I'm a fucking idiot. And they just look at me, they're just like, bro, you just taught me like literally the most intricate science for like 90 minutes, and you're the idiot. And I was like, yeah, I am. Huh? Smarter than me, dude. This is the only thing I'm good at in life. I'm better at this than I am at breathing.
Oh my god.
So we did the acid anhydride. Let's do the thioester.
I'm better at this than I am
Basically,
at breathing. Is such a...
It goes a little something like this.
Damn, bro. You better give yourself more credit than that. What the hell?
Protonation.
Who am I to say that though? I feel like that all the time. Just spoke my inner monologues.
Gonna put that down again. Do you guys see the similar trend here? It's the same thing, but just instead of like the carboxylic acid is the R, it's just R, right? Then we get the proton transfer. Kick. Deprotonate. Thioester. what is an important biochemical molecule that uses the thioester group?
What?
You all know it. I swear you all know it.
Not me. Not me, bro. Not me. 何これ?
Acetyl-CoA.
Oh, acetyl-CoA.
S-CoA.
CoA.
What is CoA? It's this massive molecule, huge. It's ginormous, right? But that doesn't negate the fact that that's a thioester.
Thioester.
Acetyl-CoA.
さすが. Okay.
And the reason that acetyl-CoA is used as an energy carrier is why? Because that's pretty high up on the list. Meaning that this is pretty electrophilic, meaning that clipping that bond will release a lot of energy. That's why you use it as a carrier. Like I said before, in the step of the citric acid cycle, where we have succinyl-CoA, you guys will remember this from last week, hopefully. Succinyl-CoA turning into, turning into succinate. We take the thioester and knock it all the way down to the carboxylate. We knock it all the way down. Very high electrophilicity, very low electrophilicity, and you give it resonance. So by doing that, you release a shit ton of energy, and that's why this step of the citric acid cycle takes GDP and an inorganic phosphate and makes GTP. Because the energy released from that thioester bond allows for the gamma phosphorylation of a diphosphate. Because making that phosphor anhydride bond requires the cleavage of a equally energetic or almost equally energetic bond. Does that make sense?
Oh.
So it's the cleavage of the bond plus the resonance you get back in return is enough to phosphorylate that GDP. You guys follow?
Yeah.
Yeah? Good.
Wow.
It's gonna come real handy. I told you guys, we'll probably be doing like a whole 3-hour lecture on carbohydrate metabolism. We have to do glycolysis, and gluconeogenesis, and glycogenolysis, and glycogenesis, and ketone bodies, and fatty oxidation, and blah, 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 everything. All of it. Right? And all of this comes back. If you want to truly understand it, all of it comes back. If you don't care to truly understand it, then maybe you won't know it as well as I do. And that could hurt you. Because the thing is, I'm not saying that as a brag for me, but the thing is, there are people out there who know it as well as I do, and as well as the person next to me does, or even better than I do. And those are the people you're competing with. And that's why I'm here. Because unfortunately, until you make it to medical school, it's a competition. Once you make it to medical school, it's no longer a competition. So you guys are still in the phase where it is a competition. I'm getting you ready for the race.
Wow. Ooh.
Because I was ready. I was very ready. All right. Next.
That's scary.
What is this?
I lost too many
Ester.
races?
Thanks for stopping by.
That doesn't mean you can't win
It's
any,
ester. How do we make
does
esters?
it?
So we use carboxylates, which have
This is
relatively
gonna be
low
your first
pKa,
win.
and then we use
Couple with them anymore.
thiol, which has a relatively
This
higher
one?
pKa, and now we're going to use an alcohol, which has an even higher pKa, right? Because we're basically using that to make leaving groups, and leaving groups are getting worse as we go down the list. Leaving groups get better as we go up the list. That's the whole thing about carboxylic acid derivatives. How easy is it to kick off that group? How easy is it to kick off X, right?
Oh.
And that all has to do with the conjugate base
Base.
stability that we've talked about so much so far. All right, how do we make an ester? Real simple, guys. An acidified solution of ethanol, right? Let me show you the full mechanism since I'm drawing it out. Oops. got a comment on my TikTok the other day, and it was just like, how do you draw your structures so nicely? And I was like, yeah, years and years and years of doing this. Been doing this since 2019, dude.
Did you guys want that? Did I bring back lunchtime hand cams except like I have like a whiteboard or something? Then I'm drawing on the whiteboard.
Still stupid.
My handwriting's not
4
that
years,
nice
and
though.
still stupid.
I have to warn you guys.
Esther.
I think it might be a little bit scary.
Huh? Here's hoping, man. I hope I'm in residency by then. Holy shit.
Sounds fun? Yeah, doesn't it?
Exactly. It just makes you want to throw your pen on the
You make a
fucking
good
table.
doctor. You too,
Give
man.
up, flip my table, cry.
I hope you can cure me of my
Did I
cancer.
tell you guys the story of like how I had a breakdown 6 days before my MCAT?
Why?
Sorry.
Why?
Any questions about this? This is a really nice mechanism, very clear cut, very easy to follow. Orgo 1 people, we good?
Brain cancer.
Looks easy enough to follow. Yes? It's just proton transfers over and over and over again, right? And since you guys are doing this, you're going to be super prepared for Orgo 2. Because Orgo 2, the beginning is just all this. It's just all over and over and over for like 6 weeks. Anyone who took Orgo 2, it's like this shit for 6 weeks, right? It's crazy. It's ridiculous.
Were you saying I would make
This
a...
for 6 weeks, and then they give you like 2 days. And
I just got the joke. Are you saying I'd make a good doctor because I have messy handwriting? That's so fucked up, but that also was great fucking timing. Holy shit, I didn't even realize that was the punchline. That's how you know my brain is like so fucking slow, man. I genuinely was like, wow, that's so sweet, man. What the hell? No, you want to take that back. Fuck you, man.
Yeah, here's every single
That's
fucking
crazy.
reaction of all of organic chemistry.
Also, it's
Go
true.
memorize it. It's ridiculous. All right. Now the easiest one to do. Let's do the amide.
What the fuck, man? It's okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. The doctor's handwriting. It's like hieroglyphics or some shit.
Ammonia, ammonium.
Ammonia, ammonium. Imagine being a nurse that needs to read it. Dude, I think that would make me not want to be a nurse anymore. Am I a decoder?
What's
Or
the
am
structural
I
orientation here?
am I a healthcare professional?
Shape?
What am I?
SP3, yes, but what's the shape? The geometry?
Tetrahedral?
No. Tetrahedral. That's why I
Yay.
drew it like that.
Yay. Okay.
Just want to get you in the mindset of thinking about where things are in space, right?
What's more? Lock in, OTR. Lock in. That's pretty freaking cool.
I know, guys. I'm tired too. I know. Why is this so favorable?
Is it because of resonance?
Not so much. I mean, it could be a gas under like certain conditions, right? But not here. Why is that so favorable? What did I say was special about this? Nitrogen next to sp2 always resonates.
Oh, yay.
Amide bonds or amide bonds are very, very specific in their stability because of the fact that the molecule is always resonating. And although it doesn't look that stable
I
because of
know.
these charges, it's actually like 40-60. And that's why our proteins have the quality of being trigonal planar at amide bond positions and can fold onto one another in alpha helices and beta pleated sheets. If this was not true, our proteins wouldn't fold properly and we probably wouldn't exist. Okay? Very good. Oh my god.
Doesn't mean
hate this
NH2 doesn't like to leave.
This one's so
Yeah,
hard.
I guess that's why it can. Typically you won't see
Guys,
it.
this is the hardest
like,
carboxylic acid derivative to make.
What is it? Yeah, it won't
How do you
leave,
make
and
a
then
carboxyl?
also it will be more favored as a product in a reaction, like the one where NH2 attacks
You
instead
literally
of
just, like, you put a little base
going
in
back
it.
to the original statement.
That's it.
Sorry,
It's not really a derivative. It's just a deprotonated carboxylic acid.
someone's fucking dying.
It's just a little
I
meme.
think.
But it's there to show you that that's
Hear
the
those
most stable
sirens.
of the bunch. Right? This is as stable as you can get. So that's our carboxylic acid derivatives.
It's me. That's me. Someone's dying.
Talk about anhydrides, etc., etc.
Not me though. I'm goated. I can't die.
And one more thing. We'll talk a little bit about cleavage of these carboxylic acid derivatives. Whenever you have a derivative like an anhydride or something like that, it's best displayed with an anhydride because it's easy to do. It's going to attack on one of these positions. A lot of people, they want to attack on like the oxygen or these because they're like, oh, look, it kind of looks like an enolate could happen here. It's going to attack on one of those. Right?
Remember that. Write that down. Write that down.
It'll attack one of these positions.
It has to be at the boner.
The carbonyls. Oh, like a base. A base will attack that. Or like a nucleophile. Right? Do you want to see
At
it?
the base of the balls.
You want to see it? Yeah, sure. Let's do
The
it.
base of the balls. Yar.
So let's do a hydrolysis. Maybe you need a little bit of acid in this flask, but probably not because the anhydride, it's very reactive. And it's going to do something like that.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. You got it.
And you get like a proton transfer type of thing. And you'll get something like this. And although this looks kind of fucky, you can get away with saying, oh, it's an anhydride, it's really reactive, it can kind of do this. And it'll come down and drop those electrons over there, and you'll just get 2x ethanoic acid, which is what you started with. And of course, if you attack on this side, it's going to be the same exact thing, right?
Wow. It broke.
Yeah? All right, good. No problem. That's what I'm here for.
This is how you make a carboxylic acid from a
I urge you to practice if you ever get
Anhydride.
stuck on like sort of mechanisms and hydrolysis and stuff like that. I urge you to just like throw down a carboxylic acid derivative, like a random one, let's say a thioester, and try to break it with some base B and see what you get. And that'll help you practice your electron pushes and your stuff and blah, 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 whatever. Either some base B or hydrolyze it or break it in a solution of HA, an acid. Basic conditions, acidic conditions. Break it in those two conditions. Where the acid, I'll give you the first step of the acid, is going to be protonating the carbonyl.
yeah.
Right? That's like the key phrase of Orgo 2. Protonate the carbonyl, protonate the carbonyl,
Protonate
the carbonyl.
carbonyl.
Every 2 minutes.
Protonate the carbonyl.
Right? That's chapter 8 and 9. Thank you guys for watching. Let's move on to chapter 10, nitrogen and phosphorus containing compounds. See you guys next time.
Wait, guys, we're crazy.
Welcome back. Chapter 10, nitrogen and phosphorus containing
Yo,
compounds.
we did that. Can you believe it? I think that was like 40-something minutes. Protonate the carbonyl or attack the bottom? He said protonate. If you're in acidic conditions, specifically. Well, actually, no. In all circumstances, you would always have to make sure the carbonyl is protonated. Typically. Carbonyl always has to be protonated first. I think. If I remember correctly. Maybe double check.
We are
See it. Yeah, I think. Let me see something. Yeah, regardless. Even if you have a good leaving group, you always have to protonate it. Protonate the carbonyl. Protonate the carbonyl. The oxygen for the carbonyl always has to get an H first. I think. Oh wait, I want to make sure though. I want to make sure I'm not feeding. Do you have to protonate the carbonyl first always? Okay. I feel like it's just good to do though, I guess. No, you do not always have to protonate the carbonyl first. Protonation is primarily required in acid-catalyzed mechanisms to make the carbonyl more electrophilic. In base-catalyzed or neutral conditions, nucleophile attack often occurs first, or a base directly deprotonates a different site. Let's see this. Dual attacks here. Well, I mean, I think either way, it would still have to get protonated at some point though. Like you still have to give it an H. Oh, wait, I think this might. Oh, let's go here. Let's look at this. Okay, can you see this? Okay, suppose this is in more basic conditions, right? What's gonna happen here is whatever you're gonna use as your base is gonna hit it from the back. Okay, and then it's gonna have these electrons in this carbonyl bond go back up to the oxygen. So then what happens, right, is essentially this you're gonna have a positive like a plus charged H2O here, right? That's bonded to this, and then that's gonna get deprotonated. Then you have this minus negatively charged carb or O, the Cl, the extra carbon, and this like little tetrahedral intermediate. And then and H, yeah, this plucks off an H. This gets protonated essentially, and then this is gonna go downwards and then kick off the Cl because that's more stable leaving group than this OH. And then you're just gonna deprotonate this then. It's a little bit confusing, I think. I'm back, alrighty. Deprotonate it, and then that's how you get a carboxylic acid. If the base is too strong, yeah. If the base is already too strong, it makes it a bit weird. Because I feel like intuitively, what you think would have happened, right, is like maybe around. I feel like around this step, I would have assumed that this would have just crashed off and like kicked this out, right? But you don't want that to happen. And you also would assume that this would get, what is it? This gets kicked off, like how do you even get the CL off then, right? But then I think that's why you have to protonate this first. Right here. After the attack happens, and then you have to have the electron pair come down again to be able to break off the CL. Yeah, so this has to get deprotonated first to make sure it's an unfavorable leaving group. Because in its state right now, this like plus charged oxygen, then that would make it favorable to just leave again. I think. So this is how I like to think about it though. Mm-hmm. Makes sense, yeah.
Welcome back.
You didn't miss anything though. We're on our last video. Yay! Can you guys believe you learned OChem? You pretty much learned what I learned in like 3 months. 3 months-ish. You guys are so smart. We're so smart.
Back. Chapter 10, nitrogen and phosphorus containing compounds. Very short lecture. Very, very, very short.
I can't believe I'm
We'll be
learning
done with
OChem.
orgos,
I
so I'm
know!
not teaching spectroscopy, and I'll
Oh,
make a
TR, you sitting
separate
up.
video
Sit up, sit up, sit up,
later
sit up,
in
sit
our
up,
lecture
sit up.
series about lab techniques, because if I teach them to you now, you will forget them, just like I did. For everyone back home, check out the links in the description to a schedule for all of our recorded lectures, the sign-up sheet for our lecture email list,
And my
and all
computer
my notes
does.
that I upload as soon as I can. Okay, nitrogen, phosphorus containing compounds. The only things that you need to know out of here are number one, the biggest thing that we're going to talk about next in biochem when we begin,
Wake up!
amino acids.
Wake up! Okite! If I wake up late with
Let's
keyboard
talk
prints
about
on
the
my face,
general
don't fall
structure of
asleep.
amino acids.
Just don't.
Sugars in your body are D, mostly, and amino acids in your body are mostly
L.
L amino acids and D sugars, right? So amino acids look like this.
OTR! Wake up! Ooh! Wake up!
In this movie, I play Mike. Mike is
Oh my god, my neck is chopped off. Okay, we're back, we're back, we're back.
When written that way, the R group comes out at you, right? Amino acids are acids and bases, right? They have acidic groups and basic groups, acidic groups and basic groups. Sometimes the R groups even have acidic groups and basic groups on them, which can participate in a various number of biochemical and biological reactions, correct?
Yeah.
Very good. And one thing we'll talk about when we talk about amino acids is the Zwitter ion. The
Ew,
Zwitter ion,
I
right?
fucking hate Zwitter
That's our
ions.
resource. And when that happens,
Zwitter.
why it happens and why it's important, right? Talk about that when we get to biochem. First chapter is amino acids, I believe. Like I said before, there are two things that you need to know about like synthesis of amino acids. Your body does it itself, but there are ways to synthetically derive amino acids in real life. There's two syntheses, the Strecker synthesis and the Gabriel synthesis. The only thing you need to know is what they start with. That's sometimes asked about. I talked about this the last thing. I was like, oh, the N-hydride, like sometimes you're gonna be blah, 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 right? The Strecker synthesis begins with that.
That
This is Strecker.
Strecker.
And Gabriel is the one that begins with phthalic anhydride, right? Or potassium phthalate, or phthalimide. Let me get this structure correct.
Oh. Hey, look, it's a pair of balls.
And you can get this
Woo!
from
2 shafts.
phthalic anhydride.
Whoa! Whoa!
That's phthalic anhydride, and then you get the nitrogen-containing compound.
Hmm.
And from that, you can make amino acids. So this is the Gabriel.
Gabriel synthesis.
Strecker Gabriel.
Okay, Gabriel. This thing, yeah. I feel like you would recognize this because this is a lot of biology stuff, right? Why are you thinking so hard, bro? Why
Yeah?
so angry?
There you go.
Why so angry?
Oh, hold on.
Why so angry?
It's got to be conjugated to something because that's negative. Potassium phthalimide. Also, if you don't know how to spell it, you might not recognize it. This is potassium
Potassium
phthalimide.
phthalimide.
Derived of phthalic acid. Hold on. Sorry, forgot the H. Fuck. Phthalic acid. What's that acid base indicator that has this group in it? The really famous one starts with a P, I think. You use it all the time. It's like pink.
Pink.
Phenyl something.
Phenol blue.
Not that one. Yeah, it's like you use it in drops and then it turns like a light pink. I forgot what it's called. I think it has like this group in it.
Oh, it was cabbage juice.
Damn, it's gonna bother me. I want to.
I
find
thought it
it.
was beet juice.
Huh? Phenolphthalein. Phenolphthalein.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So I think the
phenolphthalein.
phthalene part of phenolphthalein is this,
Oh.
if I'm not mistaken. All right, I could totally be ripping that out of my ass right now. Right.
That's
That's
pretty
amino acids,
cool.
these are nitrogen-containing compounds.
Whoa.
That's it. Right? Also, one more thing about nitrogen-containing compounds in your body that they don't really bring up here, unless they do, and I just didn't take notes on it, is urea.
Urea?
Urea. You never really need to know that much about the urea cycle. Like, I don't think it's super high yield. If you want to grab like a point or two because of your understanding of the urea cycle, you could learn it, but I don't think it's going to make
Anthocyanins,
or
like
break your. And
blueberries.
what I mean by a point or two is like a point or two on a section, not on the whole test, right?
Pea flower.
Urea is our body's way of getting rid of nitrogen. Because the thing is, if you let this or this run amok inside your body, that's a problem.
Yeah.
Because this is going to go around deprotonating things, and this is going to go around possibly protonating things, right? And I told you guys about the tremor that happens to people who have hyperammonemia, or lots of ammonium in their blood. It's called asterixis, right? The flapping tremor, where they hold out their hands like this and you push back, and their hands flap back and forth like this, because their nerves just continue to get depolarized. And that's because of the presence of ammonia inside their blood. And that can happen when you have kidney failure, or if
Wait,
you
that's
just
crazy.
digest
What
like,
did he
protein
call
wrong,
it?
Whatever. There's a multitude of things that
What is that?
because their nerves just continue to get. I told you guys about the tremor that happens to
Tremor.
people who have hyperammonemia, or lots of ammonium in their blood. It's called asterixis. Right? The
Asterixis.
flapping tremor, where they hold out their hands like this and you push back,
That's so
and their
cool.
hands flap back and forth like this, because their nerves just continue to get
Asterix.
depolarized. And that's because of the presence of ammonia inside their blood. And that can happen when you have kidney failure, or if you just digest like protein wrong, or whatever. There's a multitude of things that can come from,
Ammonia.
right? Some congenital disorders can do that as well. However, our way of tying up ammonia and ammonium inside of our body in order for excretion out the kidney, and remember, I'm going to dial this all back. So this is just going to be a lecture about us talking about how things happen in the body. How do things get excreted out of the body? Well, we have an afferent arteriole, and then we have a glomerulus, and we have an efferent arteriole, and we have a Bowman's capsule, and the blood needs to crash through the Bowman's capsule into the glomerulus. Or sorry, yeah, glomerulus, blood crashes through here, goes in the Bowman's capsule, goes into Bowman's space. What is this guy? This is the proximal convoluted tubule.
Oh god, it's the
right?
nephrons.
And the descending loop of Henle, the ascending loop of Henle, the distal convoluted tubule, and the collecting duct, right?
Sorry, you
And
probably
urea is one
can't
of the
see
main
that.
things that's excreted in and out of the system in order to get it out through the urine, right?
Wow.
And remember that the osmolarity is very
This thing
high
will be
here,
tested,
the
yeah.
water leaves here,
In
salt
the end
leaves
of the
here to
section of
dilute the
bio,
urine,
right?
and then we get more water leaving there and blah, 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 whatever, right? What's the site of action of aldosterone? It's the distal convoluted tubule, mainly. And then ADH acts on the collecting duct and the distal convoluted tubule. What does aldosterone do? It increases sodium reabsorption through the distal convoluted tubule, and as sodium gets reabsorbed, water follows, and it increases the effective circulating volume, increasing the blood pressure. And
Aldosterone
is, of course,
enables
part of the
reabsorption?
renin-angiotensin-aldosterone system, which is kicked
Oh,
off
I didn't know
initially by
that.
decreases in blood pressure as detected by juxtaglomerular apparatus cells, which release renin, which cleaves angiotensinogen to angiotensin 1.
I know that.
Angiotensin 1 is converted to angiotensin 2 by angiotensin converting enzyme in the lungs. Angiotensin 2 increases the heart rate, vasoconstricts, and acts on the adrenal cortex in order to release aldosterone. Aldosterone increases sodium resorption from the distal convoluted tubule. It does a couple other things. It also increases the excretion of potassium, and it increases the excretion of acid, right? And it'll increase the water reabsorption to increase your blood pressure, right? ADH, on the other hand, is only water. It will increase the number of aquaporin, or AQ2 channels, inside of the collecting duct and distal convoluted tubule in order to pick up more water when the plasma osmolarity gets too high. And that's actually detected by your brain. There are these things called ventricles inside your brain. They're filled with cerebrospinal fluid. And when the fluid inside the brain gets too high in concentration, you pull out more water in order to dilute that out. Is it obvious that I just finished my unit in nephrology?
Yeah. You spit out bars, bro.
So that's
You're
where
like
urea
freaking
is
Eminem.
excreted. How do we tie up urea so that it doesn't react? It's actually very interesting. I'm gonna draw you guys something, right? I always forget how to draw it properly.
This is where the
So I always
OCHEMs
have to
come
look at
in.
a photo. Professor Militsky, please don't kill me. It's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2.
You literally get the questions word by word and what he just told?
And then
Really? Whoa.
who can name that? Who can name that?
Yeah, they'll test nephrons.
That is arginine.
Why?
Arginine. It is a amino acid. Right? Huh? There you go. Catch. So close. That is arginine, right? And that group on arginine has a specific name. This group right here. On arginine, it is protonated, and if it weren't protonated, it would look like this. Anyone know what that group is called? Try again. Yeah. No, you're right. You said it wrong. Guanidinium. It's called a guanidinium group. Guanidinium. Right? And that guanidinium group is very important in the urea cycle, because if you look at urea looks like this. So you can imagine that arginine is very important in the urea cycle, in the formation of urea. And it is. This is urea. Not eureka, urea. I'm sure there's a eureka moment when this is discovered. Right? Right. Urea. So why is it that these guys can go around the body and wreak havoc, but this guy can't?
Is it too unfavorable as a leaving?
These two, remember, whenever you have an amide bond, it resonates in, resonates
Yeah.
out, resonates in, resonates out. So both those nitrogen's electrons are tied up in resonance with the oxygen.
Too
And since they're
stable,
tied up
yeah,
in
because of
they're not
resonance.
truly there all the time, which means you've killed the nucleophilicity of those two nitrogens by tying them to the oxygen.
Yeah.
And now this is no longer
Build the
a threat.
nucleophilicity.
They can just be urinated out of the body. And we measure urea in the body and the function of the kidneys through a specific test. And this is, once again, my nephrology coming out. The BUN, the blood
Bun?
urea nitrogen.
Oh, bun. I remember bun testing? Bun levels? That's one of the things you'll see them test for in the ER
Other
quite often.
functional tests of the kidneys.
Bun.
Everyone know?
Bun.
We say BUN and everyone responds with creatinine. BUN and creatinine. Those are the two tests that you use to monitor kidney function in the hospital.
Yeah.
Normally.
Blood, urea,
That's just me over teaching.
nitrogen?
All right, so that's nitrogen containing compounds. You guys good? All right, let's do phosphorus.
Buncha. Buncha. Phosphorus.
Phosphorus. You got DNA,
DNA.
and you got DNA building blocks.
DNA building block.
Huh? Yeah, so it's like the A's, the T's, the G's, and the C's, right? That's like adenosine, thymine, guanine, cytosine. Yeah, it gets confusing. They're all over the place, right? So DNA, specifically, if you were to build DNA, right? You got your ribose sugar,
Oh.
and it's deoxyribose, so the 2' position doesn't have an OH on it, right? And then you got the O going this way, and you got this, and you got the O, P, double bond O, blah, blah, whatever. And you got O, P, O, and then it continues that way. But do you guys see how this phosphorus that's linking the two of these, right? It has the R group over here. And this is basically another R group. So what we call that, when it looks like this, is a phospho, anyone know? Diester, a phosphodiester bond. Because it's a phosphodiester. If that were a carbon, that'd be an ester, right? But it's a phosphodiester. That'd be like something like this, but replaced with a phosphorus. Phosphodiester, right? So that's in DNA. We make phosphodiester bonds. And one more thing, these DNA building blocks, right? So what do I mean by DNA building blocks? We've got our A's and T's and G's and C's. But we have AMP and GMP and ADP and GDP and ATP and GTP and CTP and UTP and TTP and blah, 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 blah.
So many
Right?
TPs.
TTP, not to be confused with TPP. This is thiamine triphosphate. This is thiamine pyrophosphate. Thiamine and thiamine are different things. Thymine is the DNA building block. Thiamine is vitamin B1. Who the fuck named this?
That's what I'm saying,
What
man.
the hell? That's ridiculous, right?
Not to be confused with TTE
Literally.
either.
Some
These
white
three
guy.
troublemakers.
Some old white guy who probably stole the work from some woman. Shout out to Rosalind Franklin, yo. But these DNA building
Shout out
blocks,
my
when you
goat.
make di and triphosphates, we talked about this before. You get the phosphor anhydride bond, right? Where you have the adenosine, and then you have the O, P, double bond O, 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 P, double bond O, 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 P, double bond O, O, O. And I told you, this is your functional group, alpha, beta, gamma phosphate. I remember I couldn't name the I couldn't remember what it was called. Gamma phosphate, right? And now you realize why when we break this bond right here, right? Or sorry. Hold on. When we break this bond right here, so much energy gets released. Because we just talked about the carboxylic acid derivatives and how this guy is super high energy. And when you cleave that, it releases a lot of energy. That's where ATP gets all of its energy from, the cleaving of that bond. And the formation of that bond would require a lot of energy, right? So those are phosphor and hydride bonds. They require a lot of energy to make. They release a lot of energy when they're broken. So, one big thing to know, ATP, phosphor, and hydride bonds. Phosphor and hydride bonds. Good? Yes? I'm not teaching spectroscopy and I'm not teaching lab techniques. That is the end of organic chemistry. Thank you for watching. Thanks for sticking around.
Wah!
Because of Ross.
Quiet! Where am I? どこ? Usa どこ? ここ. Ross University School of Physics. Yay! I don't know where my chat box is. Guys, where'd you go? Hey, どこ? Come on. Where'd it go? My chat! My chat box, come back! Man, I don't know where my chat box is. It's okay, I can see you guys though. How's it feel, guys? You can officially flex that you've learned organic chemistry. I gave you a little bit of an anecdote, cause I think a lot of people, me included, were fucking terrified of organic chemistry, cause I feel like that's what you hear a lot of the kids studying in any of the life sciences. They're like, oh my fucking god, I have to take like OChem and shit like that, you know? And it's like the worst thing ever. But really, if you just boiled it down, it's just a bunch of it's literally simpler than chemistry. It's chemistry but just with carbons. That's organic chemistry. It's the natural products that you would find. The natural elements, especially carbon. Yeah. So that's really just OChem. It's a lot of arrow pushing. But if you want to explain it simply, I think you could just say it's how you explain biology. You are organic, I am organic. I'm made of carbons. A bunch of carbons. A bunch of hydrocarbons. Yeah. Isn't that awesome, guys? OChem. As much as I was dying through this though, OChem was literally one of my favorites. It was one of my favorite things I think I learned throughout my entire like college career. It's my favorite. Really my favorite subject. We are all diamonds. We make really good diamonds, man. Because diamonds are carbon under a lot of pressure. Right? Right? Yeah. I don't know if we should move on to the next thing. To be honest, I feel like that would be quite a bit. But I know Gouda mentioned physics, right? You want to do physics next? Like tomorrow, I'll do physics. If that's okay with you guys. Or what is the next thing? I mean, it's up to you guys, right? I'll let you choose. I'll let you choose. But I think something I did think about physics debated myself. No, physics is fun too. Physics is really fun. I love drawing like diagrams. Drawing diagrams is like the best part. Oh, no, I would say, I think like, what is it? Like lenses and optics is really annoying. Yeah. Recite me the velocity equations. Wasn't it like, something v squared mv squared plus blah blah blah. What's velocity again? It's okay, I will review them. VF equals VI plus AT or so, yeah. Physics with you sounds fun. AT and T. Back in my peak, I was really good with math. I feel like I understand physics. Me too. I had a lot of fun. I actually got to tutor the kids while the other students in my physics class. I was pretty good at it. Yeah. Though I would say I got a little bit confused when we were talking about like circular. Like when we started trying to apply velocity in non-flat scenarios. Yeah. I wish I could school you right now and tell you like all the freaking equations, but I'm not gonna lie to you. I also kind of, my brain's kind of, the velocity equations. I remember something AT squared. College physics was AP credits, but couldn't skip the physics lab. Yeah. So we do physics then? We can do physics. I'll do physics tomorrow. But yeah, guys. You guys learned OChem. You guys are smart cookies. You guys are so smart. We are smart. Last thing I'll ask before I end. Are you guys going to off-kai? Are you guys gonna go to off-kai? Do you know if your Oshis are going? Can you tell me which one of your Oshis are going to off-kai? You know. You're going? You're going OTR? Is Muyu? Is Muyu going? Is Ava going? Ava's going? I feel like everyone's going to off-kai? All of them? America's too far away. Ah, in spirit, Gula. Someday you'll be able to meet Muyu. Is Jelly going? Kimchi, is Jelly going? I don't know if Max is still here. Is Rocky going? I actually don't even know if FaZe is still going or not. Are the FaZe members coming, or are they gonna lock in for... most of the smaller VTubers going? Oh, okay. Yeah. I'm kind of leaning more towards FaZeCon though. What about going in person? Or be a guest? Both. Really. Both. Cause I don't know. I think actually though a lot of people were gonna go to FaZeCon instead of off. Everyone is kind of a guest. Okay. Yeah, cause you know what Fishman is planning. I didn't see any FaZe talents say that they were gonna go. I don't even know if he's gonna have a table there. They'll have me greets one day or another. Ah, okay. Nanda. Okay. This house for incognito. That's good. Keep that in mind. They aren't officially attending. The FOMO is real. The FOMO is so real. I wanna go, but busy. Busy, right? I hope you guys enjoyed organic chemistry. That will be it for tonight. That was good, wasn't it? Not too bad. Look! I couldn't get a ticket from Minto's Densetsu concert. Oh, you couldn't? What? Oh no, that's unfortunate. Aren't they having another sale though? I was worried that they were gonna release another batch of tickets. Thank you for joining me. Thank you. Bye, you guys. Ochu ucha. Next day, streaming check. Oh. Thank you for forcing me up. I'm glad. I'm glad you got up to work. I'm very proud of you. Very, very proud of you. You have to work hard. You post the art now. All of it's no, that was only if I finished all the videos yesterday and I didn't. Fortunately, you will be okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I told you. I told you it would be for your eyes only. It's I feel really bad, I guess, about posting messy stuff. I mean, all my stuff is kind of messy. It's been pretty messy lately, but sometimes I feel like only polished works are works worthy of being posted. Maybe it will change. Maybe it will change at some point. But sorry, let me drink some water. Oh god. I'm feeling again. Maybe that will change at some point, but for now, it's pretty hard. I won't lie. So cute though. You cough out yourself. I'm trying. I'm trying. I think it's like a mixture of being sick, but also like being kind of like worried about all this other stuff, like trying to study that for like qualifying exams like that. That's like give me maybe a little bit more overthinky. overthinky. If you guys like it though, that makes me happy. That makes me very happy. And I think you guys did though, because I don't know how the fuck this happens. I only have 30 followers on my sub account at this point. I'll just call it a sub account. But then why does that thing have like 100 something views? Like, do you know the little Twitter impression or X I don't know, whatever, the little bar on the side that tells you how many people went to go view the post? There's like 100 something, like 200 something at this point, I think. And I was like, I have 30 followers, but I know half of them are dead. Who's looking at this, man? Who's looking at this? Who's looking at this, man? I don't know. It's kind of scary. It makes me nervous. What the hell? What the hell? Tell me I'm not freaking crazy though. Like, there's only kind of unique views. If super people just post it, I did post it. You have more than one stalk. You're stalking. No, no. I am the stalker king. I win. I will always claim my title as such. But yeah, I don't know how that happened, to be honest, but what can I say? Geniuses think alike, you know? Great minds think alike. What's the coincidence that the composition or like the pose I decided to choose ended up matching the exact one that she used? What can I just say? I love cute girls, and I know what is cute. I take pride in that. I know what is cute. What is moe? What sells? She comes talking off Kai again. I can't. I'm struggling a little bit. Quite a bit, actually. Yeah. Cute girls are cute. Indeed. That is the philosophy. All girls are cute. I'm struggling quite a bit though. Yeah. My back is in pain. My chair is in pain. My chair. I don't want to post it because I think it's kind of freaking gross. But like, do you know how the leather of a chair, right? At some point, it starts like ripping or shredding. It's like that's my chair right now. There's like a tear, like a giant tear in it, and like it's like dipping. It's like sinking in. I wouldn't be surprised if one day I'm like, is plastic that is shredding? Yeah, I think so. I wouldn't be surprised if one day, like, my chair during stream just like split in half. It just broke into two and like fell apart. I would not be freaking surprised. And then I Peeler will call no, but it looks like really bad. Sorry. Oh my god. Wait, my voice is dying. Oh. Okay, I'll take that as my sign. Yeah, my earlier before I started stream, I spilled my matcha everywhere again. So then I was cleaning that up, and then my chair was kind of being finicky too, and I thought I was gonna fall off my chair. But we fix it. We fixed it. We make do. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for joining me. I'll take this as my sign to go rest. So, ochu ucha. I will see you guys tomorrow for some physics, and maybe I'll try to start a bit earlier. I'll like throw out a poll or something on my community page or like my Twitter. Maybe Twitter. And I'll ask you guys what time works best for hand cams. But I know you guys have work, and I feel like I should be more forgiving. Sorry for this bum ass schedule of mine. Thank you. Thank you so much. Arigato. Oyasumi. Oyasumi.